I'd like to start by testing out our materials. I will start with 4B pencil. I have Prang watercolor crayons that I'll be using. And I'd like to try out the resist method of watercolor using crayons. So today's project is creating images using images in our environment that have inspired us. For example, Cheryl, I think you were inspired by this image, the hand. So I'm going to try and do the hand and with the paintbrush because I also find it inspiring. And I'm going to use watercolors because that's my favorite media. This is from the book Mixed Media Color Studio by Kelly Conrad. Let's start by testing out the colors and the watercolors. Sometimes I see how I would like for my artwork to look in my imagination first. So I'm just testing out the colors here. Later on, I'll add water with a brush. The environment is the colors are a little humid. Next, I will begin with is number 4 brush. The paper I'm using is 185 grams of watercolor paper. It's a lighter watercolor paper. I like how the purple and the pink and the blue, the turquoise blue, mix together. So I'm thinking these colors might be in my final artwork. I will also be using Daniel Smith watercolors that I already have in my palette. If you put too much water on different colors, your colors will muddy, just like my red and green muddied here. So you have to be careful not to get your colors muddied. I like how the yellow looks as well. So that's another color I'll be using. Let's see how the dark blue looks. And the humid pink. I'm not too sure about a humid pink. This is what making a swatch of colors. I like the orange as well. Okay. In another class, we'll get down to color theory. The resist method is using a crayon. First, you draw with a crayon. If you start by just making marks for 5 minutes before you do your art, it will help you to get in the art mode. So now I'm going to add watercolor. Since I use purple, I'm going to use the opposite color of purple with my number 4 brush. And see what happens. Well, I like the crayon marks, but the resist method is not showing up very good on this paper. I have to try again. The beauty about art is you can try again. You can always try again. If you don't like what your how your artwork is coming out. You can start over. You can always try again. I will speed up the drawing process in a time-lapse video. But I'm going to draw the hand. When you first start off making your drawing, make sure there's 1 centimeter around your drawing like this. You use your thumb and your nail, and it's about 1 centimeter to not draw over those edges so that you can get your artwork matted and framed. This is what I have so far. When you're making your marks, try to make long marks. Try not to have any gaps in your marks. Like I have a gap right here, try to correct that. Correcting your own artwork is part of the process. Don't be afraid to use the eraser, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. There are no mistakes in art. This is my final sketch before adding color. I decided that I'm going to do the brush in black using cross-hatching methods and Sakura pigment pens. This is using your own creativity to create images. I may also use big intensity markers to outline the drawing. These are the big intensity markers. First, I'm going to test out the millimeters on my tree. That's the thickness of the line in my sketchbook. I just purchased a new sketchbook from Emily. Everything's they're $17.50 for one, and I suggest that you get one for the remainder of this class to jot down your ideas and just to have a sketchbook so that you can keep it for the future.